mean, that's something that, boom!
I want to see that again.
This is
interrupted his boom.
This is something that my 12-inch guns, they're really getting on fire. Anyway, guys, speaking of burning fat and becoming shredded in editorial, we call that a segue. He's editorial director. He taught me that. See, I'm trying to impress him.
I shook my protein.
And I'm talking about segues. Not the things you ride around as mall cops.
It would be kind of fun if we could get segways and have a race. So. I'm throwing things all off. I need to shut up.
We'd both be slow. But, you and I are big on nostalgia. Like, back in my day, back when we started training, back in this, about 6 years ago when I first started going to Australia, it was really hot on the market over there, were fat-burning proteins. And I remember looked at it, it was called like Lean This, Lean That. This Australian brand, which looks like hell, called Max's, has this one that it's just, the ingredients are deplorable, but nonetheless, it sells, and people gobble these up, and they even have female branded, because, women are like, wow, I can have protein, and I can burn fat, and I looked at it, and I'm like, my distributor at the time, who I had ethical issues with, I didn't agree with everything he did. He's like, you need to come out, this is one of my own company, with a fat burning protein. And I said, yeah, that's going to happen when I die and someone else takes this company over. I would never come out with a fat burning protein, because here's the deal. At the end of the day, you're taking in macronutrients, right? If you want to lose fat, you have to, be in a caloric deficit through activity or diet. I'm like, by putting some underdosed carnitine and whatever else in it, you're not going to cause more fat burning. And if you're going to take carnitine or another non-stimulant fat burning enhancer, I would prefer you do it on its own. That way you control dosing. And what if you have 1 scoop versus 3 scoops? I mean, there's just a huge difference that I'm not going to ethically get behind as a manufacturer. And I just want to get into this because I've gotten a lot of emails, I actually have, about some American brands that have come out with them, and they're brands I actually like, and they're putting in, did you see that spit? Sorry about that.
That was awesome.
Spitters are quitters. But no, I'm not saying that the ingredients aren't effective. I'm saying that I don't enjoy the delivery process, and I don't think that you should spend extra money on a protein that contains fat-burning ingredients, nor do I think the effects of taking these fat-burning proteins will outweigh taking just a normal protein and then adding in a fat burner if you choose to do so. Now, Steve, this is something, you were like, what? There's fat-burning proteins? Now, we kind of went over it, we looked at the ingredients in them. Now, on the surface, like, what are your thoughts? Obviously, you've been in the industry a long time. You've seen supplements come and go from hot stuff to whatever.
He remembers hot stuff. That was the shiz.
It was spiked with Deca. That's what G-Ball, wasn't it?
Look, both of us get a lot of questions. Anybody in the industry gets a lot of questions because there's this, nonsense that, like, protein is inherently a fat burner. So to me, when I, heard about this, it's like, these companies are just taking advantage. That's just my off-the-cuff reaction. These companies are simply taking advantage of the protein makes you lean, burns fat, hype that's out there. And look, I don't want to spend extra money to put some non-stim ingredients into a protein powder. If I'm going to, why jack up the price and dilute a quality whey protein or casein or whatever the heck it is? When I want my protein powder, I'm going to take my protein powder, and if I want a fat burner, I want to take a fat burner.
And if you want carnitine, it's very economical now. We have an MTS liquid carnitine. Here's a diamantized one right here. There's so many options you have to buy that in a much more economical fashion that you can dose it correctly. I know for a fact a tablespoon of that contains 1,100 milligrams of carnitine. Whereas what if I'm a bigger male, I'm going to take 2 to 3 scoops of protein, whereas a female will take 1, but the carnitine dose is going to be all different.
Right.
So basically you're combining 2 things that I don't think meet in the middle when it comes to dosing basically effectiveness. So what I'm saying is, are they doing something wrong? No. What I think they did is they just wanted to differentiate in the market and create a marketing angle where we have proteins, we have pre-workouts. They tried to come out with a category, which has been in Australia for a long time, of fat burning proteins.
Yeah, I could see it working for some people, but to me it's just, I don't know, Mark. I think it's just a stupid idea.
I don't think it's unethical.
No.
I think they're putting in, the ingredients in the ones that I've seen are quality ingredients. You have, green coffee bean, which I'm fine with. You have L-carnitine. You have other ingredients that are fine. But are they going to enhance your fat loss over the increased cost? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not at the doses that are in there. And if you do want to put carnitine or whatever else in there, do that. If you want to take a fat burner, buy your drop factor, buy, your fat burner of choice. But at the end of the day, I don't see it adding to your results in any way. But you know what? If it tastes good and if you like the protein and you trust the quality of the brand, hell, by all means, buy it. But if you buy it, be sure to buy it from tigerfitness.com. Anything else you want to add to this?
My favorite protein fat burner, Mark, is Machine ISO. This is legit. I take Machine ISO, put it in coffee, not even kidding.
This is his office.
It tastes like it is. You put Machine ISO in coffee in the morning, that stuff tastes like a Starbucks drink. And then if I want a fat burner, I add in Drop Factor because it is inexpensive. And
also, I'm gonna take this off right now. This is something I wasn't expecting to do, but for the Olympia,
took a shoot.
Been asked a lot about the swag. So the shirt's gonna be a secret. These are the new LeBron 12s I got for the Olympia. Look at those, brand new, ready to go. I decided to break them in a little before the show.
He didn't even let me sniff his shoe.
It's only been on for like 2 hours today. They're brand new. They're just gonna smell like a sweatshop in China right now. But anyway,
or the power station.
Or the power. That was yesterday. I wore the red ones. Anyway, guys, that's our opinion on fat burning proteins. What's your opinion? There's always the forums we have at tigerfitness.com. Forums. I think it's forum or forums.
Forum.tigerfitness.
Forum.tigerfitness.com. We can discuss it there. Discuss it right here in the comments section, and of course, subscribe to Steve's social media. What is your shit?
YouTube, just YouTube, search Massive Iron Steve Shaw, and on Instagram, it's Ben the Barman.
All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner alongside my man, Steve Shaw. because putting, incidentally, fairy dusted, non-stem fat-burning ingredients in your protein, that's...